Hello. The next lesson, excess demand and deficient demand. We have already seen the equilibrium level of income and employment is determined by aggregate demand and aggregate supply. So, according to Keynes, the full employment, that is equilibrium level, may or may not happen at full employment level. Sometimes it may exceed the full employment level or it may fall short of full employment level. So it changes. When it exceeds the full employment level, it is excess demand. So you find inflation takes place. When it falls short of full employment, we find deficient demand. So we have deflation. In an economy, you find lots of changes take place due to many reasons. So there are excess demand and deficient demand. So what are the reasons for excess demand? When there is propensity to consume becomes more, we find the expenditure becomes more, so there is investment becomes more, then government expenditure becomes more. And when there is a rise in exports, because that happens because of the comparison of price of their local goods. So what happens when there is a rise in exports, you find there is a demand for goods. When there is a reduction in taxes, you find it leads to excess demand. Then when there is more money supply due to deficit financing, you find demand becomes more. So I'll repeat that when there is increase in propensity to consume, increase in government expenditure, increase in investment expenditure, increase in exports, and reduction in taxes, reduction in imports, and when there is more money supply due to deficit financing. So these reasons contribute for excess demand. It has an impact also. So what is our impact? There will not be change in the level of employment because it's already employed all the resources. So people are employed already. So there will not be change in the level of employment and does not affect any output. There will be a rise in price. So this is the impact of excess demand. What are the reasons for deficient demand? When there is reduction in consumption, so naturally there is no demand. And when there is reduction in government expenditure, that is providing goods and services. When there is reduction in investment, so you find deficient demand. And when there is reduction in export. When there is more increase in taxes because the price becomes more. When there is increase in imports, so you are getting the goods from outside, so the demand for goods domestically it becomes less. So these are the reasons for deficient demand. So at that time you find deflationary gap. Then this also has an impact on economy. What is that impact? So you find there will be more stock unsold because there is less demand. So the producer will not go as per the plan for the coming year production. So the production becomes less. Then there will be involuntary unemployment because when production becomes less, naturally the number of workers becomes less and there will be a fall in prices because there is no demand. So goods have to be sold. So there will be fall in prices. So these are the impact of deficient demand. In the next video, we will see the diagrammatic representation of excess demand and deficient demand, and what steps to be taken by the government to bring equilibrium level of income and employment.